Hello YouTube, how's it going? I've got a CEX Roulette video. I've got hey, this is alright, isn't it? I think it's like 10-11 days since my last video and I'm putting another one up already. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's a bit closer than 6 months. Um, I've got a CEX Roulette, so I bought 5 PlayStation 1 games. I had a bit of CEX credit and I figured I'll spend it, get some PS1 titles that I'm after, and yeah, get another video out. Um, they've just arrived today. Well, I got a box yesterday and a box today, and very strangely enough, these are my 2 boxes. There's 4 games in this one and just the one in that. Obviously they package it up differently, don't they? So this is all open. I've not actually, I've opened it because I wanted to make sure it is what it was. Obviously when only one came and it was so light, I was like, I weren't 100% sure whether it was my game or not. So I've not seen it because it's got loads of packaging in there. But yeah, there should be 5 PS1 titles here, and yeah, we're gonna do the roulette because I've not played it for a while. It's probably been close to a year since I last did a roulette video. And by CX Roulette, if for whatever reason you don't know because you've not watched it, maybe you knew. You buy some games from CEX online. You buy them as described. So I've bought all these titles are in box. So a PS1 game boxed. So sometimes you get them with manuals, sometimes you get them without manuals, sometimes you get them in really minty condition. Sometimes you get them and the case is all battered. Sometimes you get false cases or reproductive cases. Reproduction cases, and then also I've had in the past reproduction inserts and stuff, which isn't very good. So I won't settle now on the CX Roulette. I won't settle for anything without a manual. So if it's got its box and it's all in minty condition, but it's just missing a manual, I'll probably send it back because I want to collect them all complete. So hopefully we'll get a score of 5 out of 5, but realistically I'm probably looking at 3 of them will be fine and 2 will have to go back. Hopefully not though, we'll see, and it's part of the fun we get to see together. So we'll open this one first, seeing as I've already opened it. So there's one PS1 game in here. Get rid of that. So as you can see, it's also interesting to see how they package stuff. So you want these cases and stuff protected. You don't want to get a game and it's all cracked, do you? Yeah, there's all this. I don't even know what it is. Brown stuff in here. It's like plastic. And then the game. There you go. One big box for one little PS1 game. Let's have a look. All right. It might be here a while. Jesus Christ. There we go. Right, so the first game is Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templar. This is a game I didn't really play on the PS1, but I played it on the PC when we were younger. My sister had a PC, I think like Windows 98 maybe, and this was it's a point and click game. You're basically some. I can't remember it. I don't think. No, you're not a detective. I don't think. You're just someone on his holidays. I think you're in Paris, and then there's an explosion. You wake up and you're a suspect originally, and then you've got to investigate what happened. There's been a murder. You've got to investigate what happened, and obviously you do that by pointing and clicking on stuff. But yeah, it's quite good fun. I played it recently on an emulator, but I've not played it on the PS1 ever, I don't think. Weight don't feel too bad. The case is good. It's very clean. Not so many scratches. Sticker marks, but they come off dead easily. Yeah, I'm just hoping there's a manual inside. There we go. So yeah, we've got a manual and we've got a disc. Another thing that you get is there's a lot of fingerprints and a few scratches on the disc, but I'm sure it'll be fine. That's another thing, to make sure you test them as well. So if you ever trade a game into CEX, they're very thorough in the testing. So they'll have a proper look at the scratches, and if there's too many on there, they'll not take it in. Usually, if you can feel it with your fingernail, they'll not take it. But some cases, I know I'm not too sure about PS1, but if the case is broke, the hinges don't work, they might not take those in. So they are very picky with what you trade in. So rightly so, we should be picky with what they give us. If we're buying a game, particularly online, in the shop you can always ask to have a look at it first. But if we're buying one online, we don't want to settle for broken cases. Sometimes you get platinum discs inside of original case. That might not bother a lot of people, but for me, I find it quite frustrating. But I understand that that's not really a big issue. But yeah, of course, make sure that when you're buying them, certainly online, they come in good condition. So yeah, manual is a bit crimply at the back, but it's all readable, it's not damaged. And you know, it's perfect. So as well as pay for the game, you pay just short of £2 for the postage as well. So very happy with that. It was certainly well protected. Hopefully the others are as well. And yeah, so far one out of one. But yeah, Broken Sword. If you like point and clicks, I'm sure you'll have already played it. If not, it's definitely worth, at the very least, downloading on an emulator. Right, this box is much heavier, so there should be 4 games in here, which also gets frustrating because you've paid. So I paid £8 for the, well, not far off £8 for this to be posted, and obviously they've chucked it all in one. So I'm guessing it's come from, unlikely, but it could be from an individual shop, but most likely from a distribution centre. So we'll have a look. Another thing, we're going back to the CEX, you don't want to buy a game from them which, if you come to trade in or sell to them at some point in the future, they will not take, even if it's in the condition that you bought it. You should, yeah, I think we should be very picky ourselves when buying games from them. Don't accept no manuals, unless of course you're not really that bothered. Right, okay, so we'll get rid of that. First one is Crash Bash. This is, I played it briefly when I was younger, but don't have a whole great. I remember when I played it recently. I remember some of the little mini games on it. Obviously, it's Crash Bandicoot, and it's a party game. There's different party games, so you can get like 4-player going. Obviously, you'll need a multi-tap for the PS1, which I do have. I've never used before, so it's going to be interesting to make sure that works. Taking into work and get all the guys playing this. So yeah, £20 for that one. So like I said, you know, if you're paying £20 for a game, you don't want damaged cases and stuff. So already this one's looking good. The weight feels good as well. So yeah, I think there's a manual in this one. Case is operational, which is good. And there we go. We've got a manual. So Spyro on the back, and also Crash Team Racing advert on the front. And then, of course, we've got the disc. So again, the disc is the right one. It's not a platinum hit. This disc is much better. It does look like it's been resurfaced, but it's much better than the last one. I'm sure the last one's fine, but it's just something else to consider. Yeah, perfect. Really happy with that. So far, 2 out of 2. I'm quite chuffed so far. There's 2 new games there into the collection, which I'll be looking forward to getting to play. And with these cases as well, so again, there's some scratches. You obviously can't do a great deal to get rid of scratches. Little sticker marks, a bit of rubbing alcohol, or what's it called, IPA alcohol. Not the drink, not the Indian Pale Ale, but isopropyl alcohol. That gets stickers and residue off very, very, very easily. Really smooths it out. I also go over it all. I take everything out and wipe everything with the baby wipe as well. You just get quite a bit of dirt, particularly in those bits. Most people don't bother. Most people will leave stickers on and stuff like this. But for me, I like to clean everything and put it all away nice, neat, and I don't know why. Next game, so I'll show you in there just so you can see how it's packaged. So obviously Crash Team Racing. So they've obviously just stacked all the games in the corner and put all this padding around the edge. So looks like it's done its job. Okay, so yeah, Crash Team Racing. Again, this feels quite heavy, so I'm pretty sure there's a manual in there. I do have the Nitro Plus version on the Switch, and I've enjoyed playing that. But there's nothing quite like the original experience. So yeah, I figured we'll get this one. So another Crash game, this time Crash Team Racing, and again £18. It's very little to some. It can be quite a lot to some of us, but nevertheless, if you're paying £18 for a game that is this old, you don't want to get it in bits and pieces. You want to get a good copy of it. Little advert there for the multi-tap. That's the official one. I don't know. I've got a different one. That's not the official. Manual Crash Team Racing, advertising a DualShock green controller or blue, green. Probably go with either. Someone says blue, someone says green. Doesn't tell you. But yeah, it's a good controller. I've got that one actually. If it's a green one. And again, Crash Team Racing. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, it looks very clean on the back of here, which is very good. Yeah, quite happy with that. And again, it's not a mix. Sometimes you get it with the manuals as well. You get the silver at the bottom, where it says obviously PlayStation. Again, it's just another thing I like to keep an eye out for. Make sure that it's a complete copy rather than a bit of a mix match. So far 3 out of 3, and they're not minty condition. They've just got a few scratches, you know, but you don't get that old without a few scratches and bruises, do you? Next one we got up is a slightly cheaper game, and that's Croc. Again, there's a good weight to this one, so I'm feeling optimistic. However, I can already see that you see the silver. So this is a platinum title, which I don't mind. I don't mind platinum titles. I'm not against. If I've got, I will generally go for the black. I prefer the black labels because obviously the original. But at the same time, I don't mind the platinum labels, and if I've got a platinum label game, I won't then seek out the black label. However, with CEX, so I've paid £8 for this, which isn't much, but they charge more for black labels than they do silver labels. So I might have overspent money on this particular game. Again, it's only £8, and it might be a difference of £2 maybe. Maybe even less, but still, we shouldn't accept it. So I will take this one back, just for the simple reason that they've charged me for a more expensive title. They should recognise this, and I'm sure they do. But rather than recognise it and sort out the problem or contact you or anything like that, they just send it thinking, oh, they might just accept it anyway, which isn't good enough, is it? So we should take it back, or at least get money back for it. So there you go again. So there's, at least you can see an example of the platinum hits, you know, when it comes to the manual, and also the disc. So this is why I prefer the black label. I do think silver looks nice, but the black label misses the artwork that's on the disc, and pretty much that reason only is why I prefer to go for the black label. Yeah, lots of fingerprints and a few scratches on that disc, but not too bad. It's good that it's not mixed match. That would be good. I'd be more than happy for. Oh, no, I wouldn't. I've just noticed. So again, there's no front cover, so it's missing a front cover. So they're not lying. It is boxed, but rather than missing a manual, I'm missing a front cover here. So yeah, it's 100% going back, this one. So unfortunately, Croc was a fail. Luckily, it's only a cheaper game anyway. I don't know nothing about. I might have played it once maybe. I'm guessing it's just a rubbish version of Spyro. But yeah, I thought let's buy it and give it a go, especially considering the price of it. So yeah, definitely going back. Missing an insert. They've sold it as a black label price. So I've been missold really as well. So we'll take that one back and we'll probably try again. So I said dinner 3 out of 5. So hopefully so far it's 3 out of 4. Let's hope we can make it 4 out of 5. Last one then. Okay, so this is a dual case game. Whether they all come dual case, I think that's the right term, or not, I'm not sure. I'm guessing they do, but this is a game I've only ever played very, very briefly, and it's a game that everyone talks about, particularly on this platform. And it's a game that I've wanted for quite a while, but just never gone ahead and got it. And it is Final Fantasy VII. I think a lot of people consider this to be the best. I've only ever played. Um, I've only ever played this Final Fantasy, and I struggled. I found it really difficult. But I do. It is a game that I quite enjoy, as in the style, the mechanics, and um, yeah, I think a lot of people prefer this one. Again, probably through nostalgia or whatever, but it'll be interesting to give it a go and have a look. So, case, yeah, scratches and a bit of dirt and stuff. Nothing that you can't clean. Obviously, scratches are going to be there. Inside, so obviously we've got 3 discs. So again, yeah, this one's quite good condition. Disc 1 of 3. Whether this, in fact, yeah, I think this did have a platinum title as well. But so I'm just making sure that they are all black label. So we've got a manual here, which is good, especially for this particular game. We've also got some sort of guide to PlayStation magazine, so that's pretty cool. Whether this originally came with the game or not, I'm not sure, but I'm happy to have it. And then in the back, okay, so we've got disc 2 of 3, which is in nice condition. It did fall out of there, but it's going to happen with transport. And disc 3. So yeah, perfect. So yeah, that's definitely a win. So yeah, 4 out of 5, and obviously this one, yeah, with £10, so it's quite cheap. So yeah, I'm quite happy altogether. It's a shame about the Croc game. It would have been nice to have got a full house on those 5 games, but I was, to be honest, expecting to have to send back at least 2. So I'll send Croc back, and yeah, we'll probably just try again with Croc. If I do it before I sort this video out and get it all uploaded, I'll chuck it in. If not, we'll save it for another time. Right, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed it. I've not done a roulette video for a while. It's always fun, and I'm happy to have a few games there which I've thought about getting for a while. So, cheers. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll get another video soon. When, I don't know, but we'll see. Just depends if I come across anything. Thank you very much, and see you later.